Marcus Kolga has been on this show a number of times talking about the impending demise of Ukraine. He never said that, but we knew there was going to be an attack at some time. Here we are. Ukraine is under attack. He joined me again. He is with the Laurier Institute. And I want to put the question to you. Shooting started days and days and days ago. A number of people said, whoa, this massive Red Army is going to go in and Ukraine's going to just dissolve. It hasn't.
So one correction, the shooting started in 2014. And the shooting has been going on since
there's been a war in Crimea.
Since that time, not just in Crimea, but in eastern Ukraine. There have been Russian-backed militias, Russian-backed mercenaries who have been operating there to destabilize and hold that territory for Vladimir Putin.
Is that really a Russian territory? One of the things that Putin has said, well, this is really Russian anyway.
Well, he's also said that Ukraine isn't a legitimate country, that it is run by neo-Nazis and drug addicts, even though its president is a Jewish Ukrainian whose parents actually suffered in the Holocaust. So
there's a lot of baloney going on.
There is.
But there we are. And Putin's been at it then in a guerrilla way for a number of years. But there's supposed to be this big invasion. We understand that's underway, but it's faltered. What's going on? Did they not know what's going on? The Russians?
Well, it's curious. You have tanks that have just sort of stopped in the middle of the road on their way to various different cities onto the front.
I saw one being towed away by a farm tractor.
And there was another one where you had some Ukrainians stop by and say, listen, do you need a tow? And they said, yeah. And they said, fine, but we're only towing you back to Russia. So, yeah, it's really curious as to, it's been a real strategic failure, really, a logistic failure. There's the troops on the front apparently are starving at this point. They haven't received food. And he had months to prepare for this. So, yeah, it's really curious as to what's going on there.
So does that tell you, Marcus, that this is going to be a long, prolonged battle? That it's not going to be quick. He's not going to have a quick victory, but that he has enough armaments around Ukraine that could go on for a long time?
He has missiles. He has artillery. Just over the past few days, he's shown he's ready to use them, not just on strategic targets, but on civilian targets. It's going to get dirty. It's going to get nasty. The Ukrainian people are motivated to protect their country, to defend it, and they're demonstrating that they really are capable of doing this. They've kept Russian forces out of major cities where they thought that Russia would overrun them in a day, maybe two, but they're still being held by Ukraine. Now, we'll see how long that lasts. My understanding is that there are foreign soldiers coming in from Canada, from other places in Europe, former soldiers, former reservists, who just want to enlist to help Ukraine, and that's going to make a huge difference as well for Ukraine and for Russia.
It could be a long battle. Marcus Kolga. We are going to talk about the world attention on this in the very next 3 minutes. As you can tell from what you just heard and saw, there are a lot of issues that have to be decided in Canada, and we need independent analysis of them. So, help us stay on the air. Subscribe, tell your friends, PayPal, and thanks for watching.